Yo, what's goody? It's Bear in the building. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Kueen Talk. Kueen Talk. I need an intro song for real, for real. I've been saying that. I had a verse little wrote out and everything. I need to get on the mic, put it together. But hopefully you guys are having a great day. Happy Juneteenth. And happy Pride Month. Thus far, hopefully, you guys are having a great Pride Month. Queen Talk has been keeping me busy, y'all. I've been busy. I've been a part of a couple events this month already. And let me just say, I have to give a special shout out to my mother and Ness. Those two have helped me with both of the events that I've had this far that I'll talk about later on. But setup, they're all day with me, running last minute errands that may be needed, tear down, meeting with everybody, letting everybody know what Queen Talk is. Those two have helped me out so much. So I want to give those two just the biggest thanks. They have helped me out so much. Like, they mean so much to me. They see the vision. They're trying to help as much as they can, and they've been helping out a lot. So my mom got my first sale. Y'all, she literally this is why I needed her. I'm kind of introverted, a little bit, but my mom, she don't care. She be getting out there. She a seller. She can sell anything. Anything. If you need my mom to sell like a product of your, like, she could get it sold. Whatever it is, she gonna get somebody to buy it. That's for sure. And she definitely did that. She definitely helped her daughter out, which I'm blessed to have such a supportive parent to do that for me with being what this is and everything. So definitely thank them so much for that. And thank you guys so much, all of you guys as well. Your guys' comments, supports, buying the merch has just been, it's been helpful, and I just thank you guys so much for doing that. I'm not trying to get into the merch, and I've been wearing my shirt, Queen Talk shirt, the past event, so it's dirty. So I'm trying to sell the rest of my inventory and not just wear it because my shirt's dirty. But otherwise, I'd be repping it right now. Please go out to my next events and purchase some merch for me, though. It's like I said, it's been great. It's been uplifting. All the comments that have been coming my way and the support. You guys believe in it too. It's great to see that other people need this too. Like, I'm not the only one that is searching for that understanding and support from individuals who just get it. So, and they just like support all over around. So I just appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. If you missed the events for Queen Talk, I will be at two more this month. One being the HIV Test Day event, Thursday, June 27th. That's from 4 to 10. Again, that's the HIV Test Day, Thursday, June 27th from 4 to 10. The vendors will be there from 4 to 10 or 4 to 8. And then from 8 to 10, there's a drag show. So come out, get tested, show some support. It's at MCare. So it's at MCare on June 27th on Thursday from 4 to 10, so, in Wichita, Kansas. So if you're in the area, come stop by. Everybody need to be tested. So come by, get your yearly checkup or monthly or weekly, however active you may be, you need to get tested. So come out there. I'll also be at Wichita Pride Saturday, June 29th. That is from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Century 2 at Wichita Pride Saturday, June 29th. So I will be at a couple events, so please come out, show some support if you haven't made it. And if you just want to double back and buy another shirt that you didn't buy or a sticker, please do so. But like I said, I've had a couple events. One being ICT Big Gay Market. That was a great turnout. At first, I was nervous on how it would be received in this space that is predominantly white. Going up there and be like, hey, this is a podcast for Black, Indigenous people of color. And not because I don't think Queen Talk is for them, too, because I definitely do. I think this podcast is for everyone, because if you're not a person of color, you're still given an opportunity to learn and grow. It's not exclusion, it's just inclusion in a way they're not typically used to. And a certain conversation helped me out earlier that morning, like right when we started. An individual came by and was like reading the sign and very interested and looking at my merch, and they were like, I've been trying to educate myself and be more in tune with the BIPOC community and learn and grow themselves. So that meant a lot to hear that. Of course, like you had the people that you can tell on their faces, um, that when I would tell them to spill, you could see that they didn't see the value for them. So it was like, oh, I'll pass. You could see that in some people's faces. But that wasn't the most case for a lot of people that stopped by the tent. Everyone that came by was getting some interaction from me, my mother, or Ness. We were all, there was a one person that walked by that didn't hear about us unless we were like just taking a break or what it, but like everybody that walked by was getting, hey, have you heard of Queen Talk, just like being really interactive and just wanting to be seen and visible in that space. So that was a good moment. It was a great turnout, and there was a lot of support. That event was great. We also celebrated Juneteenth as well by being a vendor. This one brought out a little more than nerves. I'm not gonna lie. If you've watched every episode, you will see where I was talking with a guest, Precious. Go watch it if you haven't, please. But I was talking with her about learning Juneteenth as an adult. Like growing up, I never heard anything about Juneteenth, didn't know what it was, never heard what it meant until I was an adult. And also just discussing within that conversation the lack of acceptance within the Black community. So entering this space was a little different and difficult for me, if I'm being honest. I wasn't even going to sign up. I knew Juneteenth was coming up, but it wasn't even on my mind I should be a vendor at this spot. And I think like I was just, I didn't feel like that's a spot for me. At the beginning, I was like, that's not a spot for me. I was scared and I was nervous, but I had a conversation. Someone had sent me the link to be a vendor, and there was like 2 weeks left to be a vendor. Maybe it might have been a week, but they had sent me the vendor link after I'd already been thinking about it, but didn't even mention it or anything. And I was like, was someone sending this to me thinking that Queen Talk should be in this space? So I was like, you know what? Okay, so I had some thoughts, but still just like, I don't know. But I had a conversation with my partner, and she was saying, this is your why. This is your why. This is why you started Queen Talk, to give that representation and to be that person bold enough in those spaces. And she gassed me all the way up. I was gassed up. And she's completely right. She was completely right. I was still nervous. I was still really nervous, but she was right. I created Queen Talk for that reason, because it needs to be seen, because I didn't see that representation. And people walking by, or the kids walking by, they see at Juneteenth this booth that gives representation that may not have been seen if I wasn't in the space. And just being in that space, there was a few other people that are a part of the community that had vendors. So the Juneteenth here in Wichita was very welcoming for me to be in that space. So I appreciate that. Everybody that I encountered, was was nice. There was no bad moments, but I will say this. I will say this, and this was probably my nerves, because I was still like during that day just nervous, and I don't know if it was just like I just didn't know how it would be received again at this different event with with people of color that are black. I wasn't sure how this event would be received, um, bringing Queen Talk. So, like I said earlier, when we were at the ICT Big Gay Market, everyone's getting stopped. Everyone's knowing about Queen Talk. They're going to hear about it. But at Juneteenth, it was different. It was different. I definitely, and not only me, but you could tell my mom and Ness too, like we're just like waiting for signs to tell them to be a part of it. It wasn't like, hey, this is it. And I'll get to a space to where I am comfortable with just ripping the band-aid off completely and just like telling everybody, no matter what, you're gonna hear this because I'm here and I paid for it and you're gonna hear about it. But for this event, like my first one, I was just proud of myself for being in the space. But like if I caught somebody reading it, the sign, or stopping to see, that's when I would approach them more than anybody just walking by. They gonna hear my spill. But if they stop by, that's when I would talk to those people. And you guys, I had an encounter with this sweet older woman. And she was walking by and she stopped and she was looking at my sign and she was like, "What does the LGBTQ stand for?" And I told her, and I was like, at first I was like, "Okay, we gonna see. Here we go, Bear. What are you getting yourself into now? This might be a tough conversation for you that she didn't want to have, but you knew it might come." But that wasn't the case. So I told her what it was, and she seemed interested. And I was like, gave her my spiel, and I was like, if you know anyone, please pass it on. And she was like, okay. She was like, your platform would be great to learn, so I wouldn't be asking what the letters meant. And I was like, yeah, exactly. Like it's a learning platform for everybody, to hear everybody's stories and experiences. And when she was walking away, she asked me what my pronouns were, and she was like, "What are your pronouns?" Because I would assume that they were she. And I said, "I appreciate you asking." And I told her she was the proper pronoun. And I just felt like that conversation was just so genuine because she was really curious, and she left it like she was like, okay, like she was curious. She got the answers. I didn't make her feel away for asking those questions, but I just felt like that was a very genuine conversation. And oftentimes I talk about the consequences of being in a space, but those spaces both. Um, but that was a great experience for me being a part of Juneteenth. So not always being accepted in both of those two highlighted even more like the importance of Queen Talk, just because the reaction that I got from other people too, just like other people of color walking by seeing the event, like everybody. I got a lot of people that's to sign up. If I seen you and I thought, oh, you might be part of the community, like I was like, oh, you need to be a part of this. And like everybody that I encountered, like only if you were like, oh, I'm too shy to do it, but mostly everybody, they signed up to be a guest. And I've been busy, so like I'm going to get to that guest. If you guys are new here, this is your first time. If you've seen me at these events and so you're tuning in now, I'm getting to the list. I just it's been wild for me. I just it's a lot, but I'm handling it. I'm gonna handle it. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. But yeah, everybody that I encountered just like from these past two events have just been awesome. I just think that me being in those spaces, it's just like Queen Talk started at the beginning of this year, and I'm already just entering these spaces like, let's do it. Like this is what I want to do, this is what needs to be seen, and we're making it happen. And it's being received very well, and I appreciate that. I know there might be some things people say or whatever in the background, but I ain't hearing it. I ain't hearing none of that. I ain't hearing none of that. It's been great. I am going to continue to create this and make this better and try to keep it going, growing. I'm definitely going to keep it going, but growing in a way that is just putting it on a bigger scale. I have huge thoughts and ideas for what Queen Talk can be and where it can go. So this is only the beginning, and I'm going for it. Like, I know this is going to be a marathon, and there's going to be a lot of things that go on with the business, but you guys' support, it really means a lot to me. So please continue that and continue to sign up to be a guest for the platform. If you know anybody, please sign up, be a guest. But yeah, I just wanted to just let it be known, like, Queen Talk, we're here. It's Juneteenth, and just the feelings that I have I just feel so grateful, and it's just been a great opportunity for me these months just to like get in the doors. Like, I did, like, there was conversations at Juneteenth too that just like people were so curious, like people there that were, you could tell, were not a part of the community, like made it known, like within the conversation they're not a part of it, but know that they were happy to see me there, happy to see that representation. And it was really good. It was a really good moment for me to hear those things, not only at Juneteenth but at ICT Big Gay Market, both of those. And like I said earlier, like, you hear me talking about these both of these groups as if like sometimes you feel like you're not welcome, but it's just like you're not seen. I think not being seen is a big part of it. And this month, I made sure we were seen. I made sure Queen Talk was out there. I made sure we were seen, and people heard about what it was and got to told people to listen. So it was really great. It's really great for me. I just want to thank you again for all the support that you guys have had. Thank you guys for tuning in, listening to me talk. Um, I got a lot of guests, like I said, so I'm gonna get to the list and get all this stuff scheduled out. But yeah, happy Pride Month, happy Juneteenth. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We got 100. We got 100 subscribers. Why did I not start with that? Freaking! Why did I not start with that? Why did I not start with that, you guys? We got 100 subscribers on YouTube right now. That's dope. That's dope. And I can't even find my clap button, but that's dope. Like, I appreciate everybody. Like, that's just another thing. Like, all the support from like the followers that we're getting on social media, all the good stuff. It's just people are showing the support in other ways that every little way means a lot. You liking my post, you sharing my post, you hitting the subscribe button, you hitting the like button. All of it means a lot. So nothing goes unnoticed, unseen. So thank you guys for the support. But yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Make sure you guys tune in every week to Queen Talk every Thursday. That's another thing. Someone asked me, they were like, so what time does your podcast come out? And I was honest, it comes out on Thursday. The time, it might be early in the day, it might be later in the evening. You have to put the notifications on with Queen Talk right now. Like, I'm a one person show and I got a busy life, but this gets out every Thursday. Every Thursday, you get an episode of Queen Talk. So just make sure you guys hit the notification button so you know when exactly it gets uploaded. Remember my two events that I have coming up. That is the HIV Test Day event, Thursday, June 27th from 4 to 10. 4 to 8, the vendors will be there. 8 to 10, The drag show will be there at MCare in Wichita, Kansas. Come get tested, show some support. Also, Wichita Pride, Saturday, June 29th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Century 2. I will be there as well. Family, friends, strangers, love. Be nice.